Ladies and gentlemen, we are back for the second match of the day. It's going to be between Team Spirit versus Effect. Team Empire taking the first series 2-0 against M19. M19 unfortunately dropping out, but it does mean that Team Empire move on to the game against Vega Squadron a little bit later on in the month.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
So, we've got ourselves the first draft. It's going to be the Winter Wyvern and the Ogre Magi as well as the Night Stalker banned out by Effect. Spirit taking out the Bane, the Shadow Demon and the Rubik, leaving the Beastmaster, the Doom. What else? The Slardar in there. So both teams got a chance to pick up one of the tier 1 or the potential tier 1 heroes of this qualifier with the draft. But Effect, taking the time, they are going to pick up the Shadow Shaman. Okay, so we've seen this before. They go extremely pushy, picking up the Shadow Shaman, the Nature's Prophet, maybe even the Broodmother, and just really start to take towers in the first 20 minutes, taking that map control, making it hard for the other team to move around. Team Spirit going to be picking up the Enchantress, one of the other heroes that usually gets banned out pretty much first ban of every game, but it's going to be the Witch Doctor that picked second. So Enchantress, good strong hero, can build her army of creeps up, great at fighting with her ultimate as well, being able to do a lot of damage.
10 seconds remaining.
Right click heroes just really can't touch her with the untouchable as well, with that attack speed slow. So both teams going for a little bit of a different draft so far. I know it's only a Shadow Shaman picked up, but it's more of a pushy lineup from Effect with the wards. And they pick themselves up the Slardar. So bringing it back with the team fight. Slardar great for the lockdown. With the Slithering Crush, once you get the Blink Dagger as well. Corrosive Phase able to do a lot more damage just because of the minus armor coming out. But Witch Doctor, a good hero if you can get the casks off. With the Maledicts and the death wards over the top as well. So now, Effect, Team Spirit, they banned the Medusa. We did see the Medusa last game, couldn't stand up to the Phantom Lancer of Team Empire. M19 picking up that Medusa, but it just wasn't to be. So, it is going to be one of the bans because it is still a very strong hero. There are ways to deal with it, but Team Spirit just don't want to be playing up against that.
10 seconds Radiant team ban.
And it's going to be the Drow ban by Effect. Tiny taken out by Team Spirit, so I think it was actually Team Spirit yesterday that picked up the Drow Ranger. Ended up ending the game in 20 minutes or so. And Effect have seen that and don't want to play up against a Drow Ranger push.
Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
So now Effect with the 5th ban, final ban of this round as well. What don't they want to be playing up against? Again, the Nature's Prophet is the both teams that's available if they want to be picking it up in the next round. So they ban out the Brewmaster. Spirit instantly pick up the Chaos Knight. They want to go for a strong fight, and again yesterday Team Spirit, I do believe, ending both matches in about 20 minutes. Let's see if I can find the thing for that, just to confirm.
10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Radiant team pick.
So, effect, pick up the gyrocopter to try and counter out the phantasm illusions that are going to be coming out from the Chaos Knight. Team Spirit, pick up the Sand King and return. So it looks like it's going to be that core one roll Chaos Knight with the Sand King in the position 4, Witch Doctor on the 5 and Enchantress on the 3. Just look to pick up a mid laner. They do have the final pick as well, so they can respond to whatever mid laner effect do pick up.
5 seconds remaining. Radiant team back.
Tidehunter.
So effect, they're going to be picking up the tanky Tidehunter. And this is actually a really good combo. You can throw the Tidehunter's Ravage. As long as Team Spirit are grouped up, you throw the Tidehunter's Ravage with the Slithering Crush from the Sladder as well, and a call down over the top. Should do a lot of damage, and I wouldn't be surprised maybe to see the first Magnus of the qualifiers as well.
10 seconds remaining.
But Team Spirit, ban out the Storm Spirit. Effect, one last ban. And again, both teams look like they are looking for mid laners. With the Shadow Shaman, Slider position 5 and 4, Gyrocopter in the 1 and Tidehunter on the 3. What's the ban going to be? Effect, running out of reserve time. They ban out the puck. So effect got themselves just over 30 seconds for this last pick, and again it does look like it is going to be a mid laner. Something else, I'm surprised they ban out the puck themselves and didn't pick it up, because it would have been another good hero just to synergize with the ability combos of effect.
Radiant team pick.
And they pick up the Tinker. So this is going to be great for the split push potential if they can get it off, being able to roam around. With the 4 heroes and then Tinker split push in the other lanes. They do just need to be careful though, because Chaos Knight can get extremely powerful. And there is a lot of catch on the side as Team Spirit as well, so if they fight as 5 while the Tinker's off on the other lane, it could be a little bit of a disaster for effect.
Choose your hero.
So it's going to be an Invoker mid. It's going to be LTW picking that one up. Biver on the Sand King. We've got Illidan on the Chaos Knight. FNG playing the Witch Doctor and Phobos on the Enchantress. Meanwhile, on the side of effect, it's going to be Madden standing in, picking up the Shadow Shaman. Kingar on the Slider. We've got Nico Baby on the Gyrocopter. Sidoi on the Tidehunter. And Afo Ninja playing the mid Tinker. So both teams just, again, waiting for the reserve time, the strat time to be over, and we're going to be able to get ourselves into game 1 of Team Spirit versus Effect. Hopefully we won't have any big pauses like we did last time. The Sunstrike even going to be off the market. Everybody on the side of effect already moved themselves out of the base. Smokes on Kingar. Nothing on the side of Spirit though. So Phobos moving off to the bottom lane. Is this going to be, could be an aggressive tri lane with the Witch Doctor, the Sand King, as well as the Chaos Knight And you put the hurt onto the gyrocopter, being able to reality rift him in. Throw out your Chaos Ball, the stuns coming in from the Sand King as well as the Witch Doctor. Seems like it could be a good pick. Slider inside the smoke. Just the slider inside it. Tries to move himself up onto the high ground. The smoke breaks and he instantly moves himself back. So that's a good indicator that there are heroes about waiting to look for the pickoff. And Kingar just moves himself away. Spirit. FNG draws the lines, but they're actually going to just go the direct route. They've got 7 seconds to get up this hill. And Shadow Shaman, Nico Baby, going to be forced away. Miwa. On the bot, it is going to be the 3 bounties going the way of Team Spirit, so that little bit of a net worth advantage going their way. And Tidehunter up against the Enchantress. This, I'm not sure how this one actually plays out because he does get extremely tanky Tidehunter with the Kraken Shell. Though the Anchor Smash, which was picked up first, Phobos doesn't really get in range of that. Sudoi just walks himself up, throws the Anchor Smash out anyway. Meanwhile, in the top lane, the Burrow Strike is going to be a little bit off the mark. But Nico Baby doesn't have the biggest attack range in the world. Got to be careful anytime he comes forward to farm. Mid lane, it's just going to be LTW up against Afo Ninja. Going to be trading for the last hits. It looks like the laser going to make it hard for the Invoker though, even with all that right click damage. It looks like the Reality Rift comes out. It's going to be only 4. The Burrow Strike's going to be there. There's going to be the Maledict over the top as well, but the Slithering Crush from Kinga could save the life. The First Blood may even go the other way. Bivy taking a lot of tower shots, and he does get taken down by the tower, but Madden with the Maledict might tick down, should tick down. And FNG secures the return kill.
You're not good. No. Bites from above.
I think not.
Just what the doctor ordered. Gold for me.
So Illidan gonna be top of the last hits. Bot lane again. DK Phobos just throwing the right clicks out into Sudoi, and Sudoi opted for 2 points into the Kraken Shell. TP coming into the mid lane behind the trees. It looks like the Witch Doctor wants to make a move, but Tinker instantly backs himself away. So both the Enchantress as well as the Chaos Knight sitting on 15 last hits. And Illidan even dragging the creeps into the neutral stack to get a little bit more XP, get a little bit more net worth out of this. Kingar, is he hiding in XP range? I think he's a little bit out. To bot lane, DK Phobos. The right clicks with the Anchor Smash from DK Phobos don't do any damage at all to Sudoi. And I think it's just the Orb of Venom that was taking him down. So Kinga, it's a bit of a standoff as the creeps still on the lane. There's going to be the Burrow Strike, the Sunstrike as well. and the Maledict. This is going to be the death of the Slaughter. But yeah, the creeps was farmed up, and there was nothing really that Kingar should have rotated in for. Gets a little bit closer. Would have taken a lot from the rocket barrage.
Regeneration.
Hex onto the Sand King. Is there a rotation? Kingar hiding himself in the trees. Gets a two-man crush, but the Burrow Strike gonna miss. The crush misses because of the Burrow Strike, should I say. And now FNG could be looking for the cask. But mid lanes, the pings are going to be the 21 to 17, last hit wise. I know the Tidehunter's doing the best on the side of effect with the 24 last. It's now starting to outlane the Enchantress. And you want mid lane, Sunstrike. There's going to be a Burrow Strike coming through as well as the Cold Snap and FNG. Well, I think we're actually playing carry Witch Doctor here. As FNG, all 3 kills going his way on the side of Team Spirit.
Middle tower is under attack. Dire's middle tower is under attack.
There's going to be the reality if the Chaos Bolt comes over the top as well with the cask and the Maledict Sunstrike. This is going to be a dead Gyrocopter. Illidan, he looks like he wants to carry on chasing. No Chaos Bolt for the next 2 seconds. If they can find him, the Burrow Strike's going to be there, so Shadow Shaman should be taking a fall as well.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
So 5 to 1. And Witch Doctor actually given 2 assists. Both of them to the Sand King, so Illidan yet to secure an actual kill. There's going to be the cask powder coming in with the Burrow Strike. Gets it through. The Sunstrike looks like it's going to be a little bit... No, it was actually just enough with the Reality Rift. Sand King picks himself up a 3rd. And now LTW in the mid, going to the hand of Midas. It looks like do Effect want to stack up here, maybe make something happen. The Burrow Strike's going to come through onto the Shadow Shaman though. There's going to be the Maledict, and with the right clicks, even with the Hex, it should be a dead Shadow Shaman. Throws out the Shackles. But Kingar coming in, there's 3 heroes to do. He's level 6, so he does have that Ravage if you want to go for it. 2-man crush, Ravage comes out, FNG moves himself back. It looks like Illidan may go down here. They do already pick up the Sand King kill. And Sudoi gets himself a double kill. So 7 to 4. 5 assists on the Chaos Knight as Enchantress pushing down the bot lane. Hasn't actually gone for any points into the enchant yet. This is going to be an enchantless Enchantress.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Meanwhile, Sudoi spotted out FNG, maybe using himself as bait. Is there going to be a cast as Illidan starts to move himself over? Just wait for Sudoi to come together with Kingar, and now the Phantasm's even going to be used. He gets the extra one as well. Sunstrike, LTW picks up that kill. Reality Rift onto Sudoi. The minus armor going to be enough. There's going to be the cooldown to try and deal with the Phantasms, but Sudoi carries on chasing. Maledict's going to wear off now as well. Illidan Storm Range throws out the Chaos Bolt. The right clicks come through. The Tinker's already moved himself up. Picks the kill up onto FNG. The Burrow Strike comes through, so Gyrocopter in a little bit of trouble, but it might be enough of a distraction from the rest of Effect to get himself out. Illidan needs to run himself away. Doesn't have the speed. The crush just a little bit too short. And now Tinker TPs himself back to mid. Once again, Beaver comes across the Sunstrike. This might be enough damage with the Sandstorm. Kingar doing what he can to get himself across. No Burrow Strike for the next couple of seconds. Illidan not going to be able to get there, so Sudoi should be able to get himself out safely. Burrow Strikes himself back, Beaver. It looks like they're protecting Sudoi. These rockets, Beaver, 1 right click should be enough. The crush going to be off the mark, but he does hit onto FNG. And meanwhile, Enchantless being left to push down the tier 1 tower bot. And now picks up 1 point in enchant. So Nico, baby, as far as the net worth goes, he's right down there. Yeah, and Enchantress is going to be able to find the opportunity to push up, just be given a free lane like this when the Tide Hunter rotates off. Tide ravages back up if you want to try and make something happen, but he's going to go towards the Guardian's Greaves, it looks like, or at least the mechanism before going towards the Blink Dagger. So top lane, Illidan getting a free lane now as well. As a fact, maybe looking for the gank.
I'll take that.
Kingar smoked up, it is going to wear off now. But the ward spots out the Sand King.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
4 heroes on the bot lane. Hex comes out onto Beaver, he gets the Burrow Strike, being body blocked by the neutral creep, and then it's going to be a 3-man stomp by that Centaur. Kingar looking to get a crush of his own. Beaver trying to get himself away, Burrow Strike up in a second. Shackle's actually going to be cancelled. And now they could turn this around. Nico, baby, is pretty low, there's going to be a cask bouncing through as well. But Illidan used up his Phantasm just to help push out this top lane. Sudoi does TP in, and it looks like it is going to be a failed gank attempt for Effect. There's going to be the Reality Rift in the 2-second stun. The right click's coming out from the illusion. Sudoi being brought low. Meanwhile in the mid lane, Sunstrike, the take down the Tinker. Now the Cold Snap onto Kingar. The right click's coming out from Phobos using his ultimate. The call down is going to be there, but I don't think it's going to be enough. Beaver just needs to move himself away. Nico baby taking a lot of right click. Madden has his clarity cancelled. And it is going to be 2 for 1. Team Spirit 10 to 4. As Kingar TP's up, the tower in deny range it looks like as well. So, Alpha Ninja, he's going towards the Boots of Travel, but he's still about 500 gold away, which, 11 minutes in, you know, you thought you might be a little bit closer than that. Sudoi, caught out in the sandstorm. Gonna taunt himself away, Sudoi just swims his trouble, so he swims himself into a Burrow Strike actually. Sunstrike going to be a little bit off the mark, but Beaver carries on the chase with the Death Ward. Beaver shows him, you don't swim yourself over dry land. So meanwhile in the mid, Invoker now has his Hand of Midas going towards the Aghanim Scepter as well.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
And just holding out for the Boots of Travel, so he is going to be able to follow Afro Ninja around the map.
Scanning.
So they've taken a tier 1. They've taken a tier 1 top and bot, and Illidan has the Phantasm up in 2 if they want to carry on pushing. Sudoi is there, but there is 3 heroes from the side of Team Spirit up here. And the ward spots it out. Sudoi, they're waiting themselves in the trees. Enchantress roaming up. There's going to be the cask bouncing through the creeps as well as the Maldic. The right click coming out from Phobos. Reality Rift. Some strikes are going to be off the mark because it was pulled back by Illidan. And Illidan just moves himself away in case there was the chance of that Ravage coming out.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Sandstorm on the bot, trying to delay. Gets his Burrow Strike through the trees, so the crush not going to be on the mark, but it looks like the wards will be making short work of the tier 1 tower as Team Spirit. Well, the fortification's going to be there, but with the army from Phobos as well as the creeps, the illusions from Illidan, or the illusion from Illidan, there's tier 2 tower going down uncontested.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Dire's top tower.
And now mid lane as well. LTW with the alacrity, Beaver with the right clicks.
Dire's middle tower.
It looks like Spirit 13 minutes in want to take the map control.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
So Illidan got himself the amulet.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Phobos moving up the mid. No enchanted creeps, but it's still going to be a lot of push potential coming out.
Dire are scanning.
They're coming up behind Sudoi. Throws the Reality Rift, just gets in range of the Burrow Strike as well. Sunstrike Maledict should go down. Sudoi taking a lot of damage. The cask even with another Reality Rift. Death Ward. FNG. Carry Witch Doctor picks up the kill.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
And with this really deep ward, it's... Oh, actually we've been de-warded. But FNG going to get a D-ward on the D-ward. As the push coming in, LTW is going to be there to push this creep wave back out. And take the aggro from his tier 2 tower. Madden, the closing down on him. The Hex is going to be there, but FNG, Phobos, as well as Illidan make short work of the Shadow Shaman. Bot lane Kingar is hanging around. He doesn't have a blink, he's only about halfway to it, so he's not going to be able to actually catch out the Invoker. Meanwhile Spirit, 14 to 4, 15 minutes in, they're just hunting heroes throughout the dire jungle, making sure they take this lane of farm away from effect.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower
And
is
Illidan?
under attack.
Invoker with Elacity as well, move themselves into Roshan. And the minus armor, it looks like from the Reality Rift, should be enough just to make quick work of the Roshan.
Bottom tower is under attack.
What's the armor reduction? -7 at level 4.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
So the bot tower is being pushed in. Kingar trying to do what he can. We get the battle plans coming out from FNG once this Roshan goes down, being drawn on the map.
Your shaman has fallen to the radiant.
Excuse me, do they just continue to push themselves? Oh! Invoker picks up Kingar. In the mid lane it looks like. Could even come across Nico Baby. Nico Baby spotted out LTW trying to get the Cold Snap, but he's behind the trees. LT, if he hadn't turned back, may have been able to find that. And FNG says, don't bother. Nico's back up on the dire jungle, throws out the casket, is actually going to bounce with the Death Ward as well as the Maledict. Cooldown's going to be there, Sunstrike as well, but it looks like FNG with the carry, Witch Doctor once again finds the kill. Shrugs off the cooldown from the Gyrocopter and secures the kill.
Dire's courier has been killed.
And Shadow Shaman dealt with by the Enchantress. Mid lane, Sand King's Beaver's having a whale of a time. He's already got himself the Blink Dagger, going towards the Force Staff now as well. Oh, bot lane, LTW picks up the kill onto the Tinker. That's not what you want to have happen, and now he might even try and chase down Sudoi. With the AMP, the Sunstrike as well takes off a good chunk of his health. Beaver blinks himself forward, looks for the... Well, Sudoi, you've learnt your lesson, mate. Don't try and taunt away. Meanwhile, on the top, Kingar goes down once again. As it looks like Illidan and co. want to be pushing in this tier 3, 18 minutes in. The wards are dropped, but Illidan and Phantasms, they're just going to farm up the Shadow Shaman. And then his wards. Maledict onto Sudoi. There's going to be the Death Ward as well as the Reality Rift. Sudoi is going to go down to that. And it's 3 heroes down, Kingar coming back up. And there's 2 buybacks available. Tinker's going to be there as well to be able to push out with the Marching Machines pretty soon. But pretty soon's not good enough as the tower down to 330 health.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
So Beaver. The rocket spam comes out, but these heroes are incredibly tanky. And Spirit. They look like they want to go for at least one lane of racks. All 5 heroes from the side of Team Spirit up here. They just back themselves off. They've got themselves the tier 3 tower now, so they can go pick up the shrines and get that little bit of extra gold.
Dire's top shrine is under attack.
LTW needs to be a little bit careful. There is 4 heroes, or 3 heroes now, should I say, from the side of Effect close. So he pops the Alacrity. Nico Baby trying to do what he can with the flat cannon.
Is under attack.
Yeah, LTW is just going to be healed up by FNG. He kills, he heals, but mostly he wins games. As Kinga with the DD rune going towards his blink. He's still going towards his blink 20 minutes in. That's something to note. We're still only 20 minutes into the game. It's just that Spirit have taken the early game so quickly and by such force that it feels like we should be about 40 minutes into this game now.
Dire's top shrine is under attack.
The Shrine's going to be taking a lot of harass as Sadoy as well as Tinker try to push out this bot lane. But LTW TPs himself in. Looks like he's going to try and go for the chases here. Maybe he just looks for the Regoose and gets his defense. As Tinker has TP'd himself away mid lane. The Hex comes out, but Beaver. And now the Reality Rift. There's going to be the Chaos Bolt as well. The right click's coming out, and it's going to be 3 right clicks. Beaver takes it off the sword of the Chaos Knight, or his axe at least. Because why would you want to give your Chaos Knight kills when you can add to the kill count of your Sand King? So Sadoy, there's the Phantasm as well. Going to be great if you can find a Reality Rift onto anybody. Effect needs to be careful how close they come in. Cooldown going to be used, but the Reality Rift does drag the Gyrocopter back. Ravage comes through, but not before Illidan kills off Nico Baby Sadoy. Being chased down, pops the Megatism with the Death Ward as well as the Maledict. Should go down to this. DK Phobos takes down Kingar. And 21 minutes in, the right clicks, the Cold Snap. 26-4. Team Spirit making quick work of Effect. Yeah, Effect are just going to call the GG well played. And Team Spirit looking to move straight into the second game in such a commanding lead. The momentum is most definitely in their favour. Effect though, can they push it to a 3-game series, needing to win 2 in a row? Again, the winner does play up against Vega Squadron on the 28th. But for now we're going to take a quick break and jump into the second match. Stick with us and we'll be right back.